Afternoon everyone, welcome along outdoor freaks to Haynes Outdoors, and I'm outdoors again. It's Thursday afternoon, here till Sunday, and just setting bits up. Just going to go and clear a bit more of that margin out, clear out, and then we'll get to it. So I'll speak to you a bit later. Hi everyone, it's 5:30. I've sorted me rods out. I've done more work down that margin. That spot I was fishing last week isn't there anymore. I've removed it. I've removed the bush, removed all the branches, gone round to the next one. So I was getting a lot of birds on that one last week. So I've gone round to the next one and I've undercut the bush. And I stick my bushwhacker in there right underneath, about 2 foot in under the bush. Drop my bait in there, and now it's all undercut. The birds can't get to it to feed on it. They know it's there, they've tried, they just can't get into it, they've given up. So I've had a bit of result with that. I've just put the barbecue on, just waiting for the coals now. The coals are on fire, just waiting for them to whiten off, stop flaming. Show what I've got this week. Right, I bought the T2 this week, obviously. I've got my old toilet with me. I've got my T2, so I've got a lot more room. Right, I've got a rump steak. I've got a couple of packs of these sausages. I've got some chicken burgers. I've got some bits like that, so doing well on my old carnivore keto diet. I've dropped a stone in 2 weeks. So no sugar, no carb. Haven't had single carb or single sugar in nearly 3 weeks. About 2.5 weeks now. It takes 3 days for your body to stop burning carbs and start burning ketones. And so I've dropped a stone, about a stone in 2 weeks. So that's unbelievable. Can't be putting that weight on. So it's just meat. Mainly meat for me, meat and eggs and dairy and animal, animal kingdom. So yeah, so I'm gonna have sausages and steak with a bit of Old Bay on it, and I've got some fruit. You can have fruit, so I've got some melon and some grapes. I'll have a few of that for afterwards. I'm just gonna make a coffee now and just get ready for the boats to bugger off in this evening so we can start fishing. I'm going 2 on spinner rigs and 1 on an adjustable zig tonight. So happy days. I'll speak to you in a bit. Oh yeah, French sausages and steak with Old Bay and sea salt. Beautiful. That in a little bit. Lovely. That's my tea tonight. Well, what can I say? That was amazing. Medium rare rump steak and French sausages. Oh, whole pack of sausages and a bit of steak. Perfect. Have a few grapes in a bit. Let that settle down. Just waiting for this boat to come in now. He's just having a speed about. Let him come in, get it sorted, and then we can get the rods out for the night. Hopefully we can have something this weekend. It's a shame we can't fish that bar anymore because they've put them buoys out. I think I've shown you, have I? You see these green buoys here now? Well, there's a swim over there that's now unfishable at the moment because if it runs out, it could drag around that buoy and these green buoys. That one you can see that's just over the top of my rods there, that inhibits us fishing the long range spot out there because the fish could wrap around it, and they also go right up the right hand side, up past my spot where I had the 2 commons, and they go right up to the bar. So we had a discussion today with the person who runs the lake, and we're going to swap them, and we're going to put marker poles in instead of buoys on ropes, so that if the fish go around the poles just bend over. But in the meantime, they're there, so I can only fish directly out in front up to probably 50 yards and my snags. So hey ho, it is a ski lake, although we're members too. It's a pain, but that's what it is. So we just got to see how it goes really. So hopefully they'll move in on the snags tonight, or I'll have one out on my spot that's not that far out, or I'm going to chuck a adjustable zig out as well tonight, because they move around. So fingers crossed. I'll speak to you a bit later. Evening everyone, it's 10 to 8, rods are out. I've got me one on me snag spot, I've got a zig out, and I've got one on my spot out that I normally have. Mozzies are starting to fly about now. I'm just going to zip me in a pod up and get ready for monster carp. Nice. I'll speak to you later, hopefully with a monster carp of my own. Morning everyone, it's 9:45 Friday morning. I no fish last night, but so many liners all night on my zig. Just all night on my zig, like constant. I even got up at 4 o'clock because I had a big liner. I got up at 4 o'clock to check. Nothing there, it's just constant liners. So definitely going to have the zig out again tonight. Rods are in now, the boats will be out for the day. I'm going to try and find another spot in the margin, or make one. It's a little bit shallow. Even that one right under the bush that the ducks were, they even found it. They were diving from outside. The mallards were diving from outside the bush, diving under, swimming under the bush, getting the bait, popping up in the bush, then diving back down and swimming out again. Absolute nightmare. So I need to do something about that. Either make a bit of a deeper hole out there, dig a deep hole under the bush, so they can't. The only trouble with that is that'll inhibit my ability to walk around. So it's either that, or I do some work on that bush, take a load of them branches out so I can walk even further around and try and find a better spot. The trouble is, it's all going to be shallow enough for the ducks. There's so many ducks on it. Just need to find a slightly deeper spot in the shallows. I might try, it drops down a good sort of foot, 18 inches onto the sill. I might try on the sill, just on the edge. Try fishing on the sill later. See if the ducks get down to that, because there's only 2 foot at the minute. If I can go down to 3.5 foot, it might deter the mallards. I'm just having a coffee now. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do, so I'll speak to you all in a bit. It's that time of year again. Flant day, flying ant day. Carp are going to be up. We're going to have to get some zigs on. Afternoon everyone, afternoon. It's about 4:15. For the last about 3/4 of an hour I've been having a lead about with the marker lead and the marker float, and I've found another spot. That snag spot that I've got is all right. It's a lovely spot, a lovely gravelly, but it gets birded out. It's shallow, it's 2.5 foot deep. It's too shallow. I just get constantly birded. So I found another spot for my right hand rod, which is not too far out, a bit further obviously, casting distance, but it's a nice spot, and it's like a gully. It's silt. It's about, I'd say probably two rod lengths, and it must be clay, and there's maybe 1/2 inch of loose weed on there that's died and floated in, but a lot of it's clear. Even with the lead with the prongs on it, it's coming up clear on that spot. I can cast to my wraps, drag it about a rod length, bring the lead up quick, and it's clean. So I'm happy with that. So I've got 2 good clean spots. I've rechecked my other spot that I've been fishing at, rechecked that as well, and it's clean. And they're both 5 foot deep, around about just over 5.25 foot deep. so I'm happy with that. I've got a new spot for tonight, which is happy days, and they're in catapult range, which is brilliant because I ain't got to worry about a spot. I like the spread of a catapult. So that's where I'll be fishing tonight. Them two spots and a zig. So happy days. I'll speak to you a bit later. Evening everyone, 7:20. Just doing my barbecue for show. I know a lot of you like to know what I eat and what people eat when they're on the bank, so here we go. Today we've got 4 fresh chicken burgers and 6 West Country cheddar and smoked bacon sausages. Oh yeah, fresh chicken burgers, no bread, boom. It's gonna be lovely. Evening everyone, it's like 9:15. All rods are out now. One on my new spot, one on my other spot, and my zig. So last night obviously I was getting constant liners on my zig, so I'm hoping that I had it a little bit too high. So I've dropped it down to mid-water level rather than being 6 inches above the surface, as I'm fishing in 5 foot. So rather than being at 4.5 foot, I've dropped to about 3 foot, just in case all them liners are the fish swimming underneath it, you know. So give that a go. Hopefully later on tonight I'll have a fish. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to speak to you in the night. Fingers crossed. I'll speak to you then. Morning everyone, it's 8 o'clock. Nothing again last night. Mate had one, about £22, fishing really long. Just had to bring the rods in. The boats are going out already. But he's snagged up on something out there. He's had to go out on the boat. Can't quite understand what it was, because he said he didn't get a indication last night on any of his alarms. So don't really know, unless he's gone off and he ain't had an indication. He's gone and wrapped up round a buoy. He's right out now where the buoys are, which is a bit concerning. So he could have a fish on that he didn't even know he had on, wrapped round the buoy. Something's took him round, but nothing for me anyway. So I'm going to try and find a spot to fish in the day. Looks like it could. Is that rain or was that fish coming up? Yeah, I mean, no, it's not rain. We're going to be getting rain at some point today. We're around 10 o'clock for a few hours. Hopefully we can have a fish tonight. I'm going to go long tonight. Looks like the fish are coming long, so I'm going to put one out on the long spot later. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Evening everyone, 7:30, Saturday evening, rigs are out. Boats finished a bit earlier tonight, 6:30. I feel a damn sight more confident tonight than I did last night. No wind, absolutely dead calm. I could see where the rigs went in exactly the right positions. Foam sat up perfectly for me to put the bait over the top. 2 on spots again, 1 on a zig. So definitely feeling more confident tonight. Mate fishing next to me, so he had a £22 common last night, then he had a tench, and then he had another one wrapping himself around a buoy and done him around the buoy. So the fish are definitely on the move. They're on the bosh, they're out there lumping out. They're on the show tonight. It's dead calm, a little bit of rain, bit of low pressure. So definitely feeling a lot more confident tonight than I was last night. So with any luck, I'll speak to you in the night. If not, morning it is. Hopefully tonight. See you then. Morning everyone. It's 7:45. Sunday morning. Nothing in the night for anyone again. As far as I know, it's only me and one other fella on it. But no, nothing in the night, which was actually surprising because they were showing last night. They're obviously getting on the munch, and I'm really surprised that there was nothing caught. It's such a tricky lake, it really is. But good news, I'm going to do another night. Yeah, because it's raining today and I don't want to pack my bivvy up wet because I've got nowhere to wear it out at home at the moment. So my missus is going to bring my work stuff after work when she finishes work today, and going to come and spend a few hours down here with me. She might even stay, and then I'll go to work in the morning, leave my gear here obviously because it's a lock compound, and then I'll come back and pack all my gear up, all my bivvy up and that after work tomorrow. So that's good. So I'll get another night, hopefully get something. Hopefully it won't be as busy here today as it was yesterday. And the fish are definitely on the move back down this end. We were watching them moving down last night. So with any luck, fingers crossed, we'll have something tonight. So I'll speak to you a bit later when I know what's going on. Speak to you then. Evening everyone, it's 8:15, Sunday evening. I'm still here. I'm waiting all day for the boats. Boats are in. We've just put my first rod out in the boat. I'll just show you. I hate that. Twisted straps. Oh, there's the bivvy, look. Little dogs in there. Right, see that flat spot out there? That's my left hand rod. My right hand rod's going to go out on my shorter spot. Obviously I'll cast that one. That's my left hand rod. It's not that far out, it's about 100 yards. But obviously it's quite tricky to whip with 9-footers. Can hit about 75 comfortably with 9-footers. I ain't hitting 100 yards. So that's my spot for tonight. It's a gravel bar out there. So with any luck I'll be able to have one. My other one will be in here shorter on my other spot that I'm determined to have one off because it's a nice firm clay spot in like 5-footed water. Have good depth here, solid clay, comes back clean every time. So I'm determined to have one off that. So I'm going to get that sorted now, and hopefully I can get one in the night off of that. Flat spot's drifted now. When I put it in, my spot's sort of out there somewhere. The wind's drifted it all that way, but obviously by the time I got back in the boat and that. So hopefully I'll speak to you in the night. Morning everyone, it's 20 to 6, Monday morning, and as you can see, I'm in the car. No fish for me or my mate again. So it's such a tricky lake because it's 60 acres and we've only got access to like 40 acres of it. So, you know, the other 20 acres, if the fish are in the other 20 acres, there's nothing we can do about it. And there's so many naturals in there and so many places for them to go and sit up. It really is tricky. That's why you only sort of pick a couple off, one off, a couple off every now and then. And it's hard work. Only having nights to fish it as well because of the boats out in the day. You don't get time really to build a spot because, you know, the boats are out and they disturb everything and then the fish bugger off, and it really is hard work fishing this place. But anyway, there's always next time. That's why I like the challenge. That's why no one knows what's in there. And there's only rumours about what's in there, what people have seen. We've seen some what look like absolute monsters lumping out at range. People have seen what look like, you know, real big fish. They've been out in boats, but until they're on the bank, you just don't know. That's why it's such a mystery. I mean, there's a whole area about the size of a football pitch, which is just reeds, and they all get in there. I mean, it really is hard work. So anyway, until next time, Ains Outdoors, out.